So, Holly, you just joined our, we just finished our 4-week course, our dynamic lymph-brain detox course. Can you tell everyone why you were looking to sort of look for some lymphatic information or something to help your health? What was going on with you?
Well, I first joined your Facebook group in 2021, just after Christmas, because I got COVID and I knew that I had some longstanding difficulties with that, but one of them being the lymphatic system. And I did what I could do on my own for the last 3 years, and I kept missing out on a big part of the puzzle. And I'm so glad I took your class. It's helped me immensely.
Right. And it's not rocket science. You don't have to have a PhD. It's just what I like to say is missed science, right?
Absolutely. A regular medical doctor doesn't know anything about this. I actually went through vestibular therapy for 4 months because I was so dizzy I couldn't drive down the road. And when I had COVID, it went right to my brain. I felt like my brain and my hair follicles were on fire. I lost a lot of hair. My skin was just pink under this white hair, and it just burned. It was like it was attacking my nerves and stuff.
And that's exactly what it is, right? It's our cellular waste that becomes toxicity in our body, and if our lymph system can't clean it, and we taught you some ways to sort of with diet, a little bit of supplements even, and how to use your hands, even some exercises. Are you using those?
I am, but what's unique about your program is I had studied other um, facilitators, and the way that they would do things is totally different. Um, you have a different method that I think is much more effective, and it works for me, and I'm so happy that I found you.
Yeah, I know when you first joined, you had a lot of tightness in the back of your neck that was really be getting to you, right?
Horrible.
It was just and that was what was blocking your head, right? When we're tight in our shoulders and neck, and I mean, I remember, I think within a week or 2, you started feeling better, right? And you started
Mhm.
having results.
I used to have a sharp pain in my ear, and the lymph node here would be swollen all the time, like the size of my thumb almost. It was huge. And it felt like a knitting needle was going in my ear, and I don't have that anymore.
Isn't that wonderful that by gaining control over your new science, a little bit of science that really the medical system is not talking about,
Right.
and learning and how hard was it to use your hands? Was it easily taught in the program?
Yes, very efficient. One thing that I appreciate about you, John, is you start on time and you finish on time, but you make it simple and you demonstrate and you show us exactly how to place our hands and what to do, and you're patient with us. So I appreciate that.
Right, and even in the class in the course on the Mondays, I'm able to watch you do it because we go over the drainage routines, and I'm able to correct and make little changes to make sure we're doing it right. But the most important thing is that you're feeling a difference. Do you think most people can get a benefit from understanding and maintaining their lymphatic system?
I think everybody on the face of the earth could use this.
I agree. We all have a lymphatic system, and it's not represented in medicine. So we have to take control over it ourselves at any stage of life. Whether you want to have age healthily, whether you want to have a healthy pregnancy and healthy children, we have to consider the lymphatic system. And if we don't, we just fill with toxicity, our own cellular waste, and it really devastates our health. So if there's anybody who's sitting on a fence, now I want people to know you did not have a session with me. I did look at your lymphatic system during the course. You were one of the people I picked, and I was able to tell what was going on in your body. But you have not had a session with me, and you still
Okay.
receive the benefit from our short course.
An interesting thing was you spotted that stagnation in my hip. I was hit by a car as a pedestrian in 1988, and that whole hip area in my groin and up around, I call it my tenderloin that goes up and around my hip. Um, that's where I feel it, and right where the bones come together on the side. And I can tell that there's stagnation in there, and that's where I have a big difficulty, but I'll
Yeah.
be working on that.
Yeah, and as we that's as we have a trauma, that area really does become compromised, when we've had a trauma, a surgery or some type of accident, and we have to give that area a little bit more. So, opening up your abdomen is a great place to help your hips and things like that, because you already know how to open up your upper body. All right, Holly, if anybody, was sitting on the fence, what advice would you give them about our course?
I would take the chance and do it because you're gonna be amazed. I have a background in natural health myself. I have tried every modality that I could think of before I was introduced to John, and this was the missing link in me getting to feel better. I know it.
Yeah, and that's what most people say. It's the missing link, and it truly is. It's scary, but thankfully, I am still here trying to get people to understand it. It's a passion of mine, and I'm glad you really took it up. By learning, you took that step. You benefited from it, right? Some people would say, maybe I won't take the course, but you got to take that step, right? You got to be proactive, and that way you can have
Right.
be better the information. All right, Holly, thank you very much. I'm gonna put you
You're
back. I
welcome.
appreciate you telling everybody, the testimonials. Thanks a lot.
Bye.